This one's a 10. That one is a 14. I mean, you know, you gauge it according to your book. Now, what you try and do with these is, see these little steel blocks right here?
Yeah.
See those little steel blocks right there? What you want to do is this table lifts, okay? You can lift it up, and you can go up and you can go down with it, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm coming up. I think I had this wrong. What you want to try to do is keep the center line of your you know, the diameter.
Mm-hmm.
You want to try to keep that like centered on there. I mean, you don't want it like this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So those
So you
blocks.
raise and lower the height based on being in the center of that coil.
That's correct. That's correct. So, and you really shouldn't do it without a book, but I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to take this here, right, and hold it like that. And you're going to see what it's going to do, right? See that overhang
Yeah.
on both sides,
Yeah.
right? See, you really shouldn't do it without a book. But see what it's going to do?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to cut and it's going to crimp, okay?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to adjust it in such a way that you're gonna, you know, see that one there is I gotta go down with that one. You want to adjust it. Well, see, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a cut, but see, it also crimps, so it can't back out of the book.
Yep.
That's the principle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you see what I did? I was up too high and it wouldn't cut.
Yeah.
So I dropped it down a little bit. And that's what you do. Sometimes you just have to toy around with it a little bit.
Okay.
Now this one here, see? Oh, fuck, it fell inside.
Right.
You get the idea though, right?
Yep.
Okay. You get the idea, right?
Yeah, that's
How
how
it
you want
works.
it right there.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, let me see. Now see that? See it? See it didn't cut? So you want to toy around with it. You want to come up a little, come up a little bit, and then try it again. You see?
Yeah.
You can come up a little bit more if you want, and you know it might get it. It might get more of a little crimp to that. See, it not only cuts it, but it puts that little twist in there.
Sure.
Okay, so what you do is just like I did. You toy around with it. Okay. Now, I did mostly 11-inch books. This is set up right now for an 11-inch book. Now here's a bigger coil. Okay. Now a lot of times when you go to a bigger coil, sometimes you have to fiddle around with it. Sometimes you don't. See?
So you probably want to come up with that.
See?
This one has to come up, I would say, right?
Yeah, and see that one on that
That's
side? That one on that
That's
side's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So see, you can try and come up, or you can try and go down. Now see the gap here? Can you see that gap is more than that?
Uh-huh.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's drop it a little bit and see if we have a better crimp. So I would say you got a better crimp.
Yeah.
More like that.
Right. Okay.
Okay? Now, if you want to do a smaller book, let's say an 8-inch book, okay? All you have to do is you can loosen this here on this side and this here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and this whole thing will slide. This will slide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? that'll slide on that track. It's a track. It'll slide.
Okay.
So what you do is if you had a book, okay, let's just pretend that we're going to do this here. Let's just pretend that this is a book and we're going to do a smaller size book. What you do, and then what you do, now that I slid that, you want to tighten this down so it doesn't move. Okay, very simple. Okay. So you tighten it down. Don't have to over tighten it. Right. Then what you do is you loosen this. And see, you sandwich your book here.
Yeah.
You sandwich, I don't have anything, let's just pretend. We'll pretend instead of doing an 11-inch book, we're going to do an 8.5 book. Well, I know this 8.5 by 11 paper, right? So you take the paper like this, and you set your you'd set that like that.
Yep.
Okay? You'd set that like that. So we know that this is tightened, right? So now we're going to do a smaller book. So see, you got a smaller book.
Yep.
So it's not rocket science.
No.
You know, you can move these both sides. You can move them independent, and you can see how much adjustment you got here with these.
Yeah.
Just loosen these, and so you got basically this that moves, this that moves up and down, and these that move in and out.
Okay.
Very simple, very simple. And look, if you get in a bind, if he gets in a bind, there's a whole friggin' book right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I put a couple of these in that I ran, and those are the kits.